as an African-American woman growing up with a mostly white majority in population, it's helped me understand my race in maybe ways I wouldn't have the opportunity to in other locations or living in other parts of the country. Especially growing up in the more conservative Highlands Ranch at the time, and really having to, debate my fellow classmates, justify my positions, wonder why that my family had such a different perspective on a lot of issues as opposed to other families living in the area. Being the minority in that way, in terms of opinions, in terms of your perception of the world, helped shape my worldview. And I started to see more patterns emerging. I started to see, hey, when I ask other people about this, they've had the same experience I've had. One of my earliest homes was the University of Denver. So that was kind of my second home away from my childhood home in Highlands Ranch. And I consider it a home because I found so much of my identity at DU. I studied public policy and sociology, so I had a dual degree in that. And then I minored in English and gender and women's studies. And that was as much as I could possibly take. I actually was trying to cram in a third minor in ecology, but didn't have enough room in my credits to do that. So I was really enthusiastic about school at the time. The main building that I went to classes in was Sturm Hall because that's where a lot of the arts, humanities, and social science classes took place. When I'm walking around campus, I mainly just feel a lot of nostalgia. It just feels very familiar. It feels very comforting. I consider it a home because I found so much of my identity at DU. I was always anxious to go to college. Ever since middle school, I was like, college is the place I'm going to find my people, people who understand my language and what I'm saying and what my values are, because I do not have that in the community I'm growing up in. So I was really looking forward to finding a community, and DU was the first community I found. I went to the social justice living and learning community where you actually self-select into a dorm community to live in. So I lived on a floor with people who all wanted to talk about social justice, and we would go into each other's dorm rooms and have debates and conversations, and we would watch movies together, and we would be renting documentaries. And this sounds so nerdy as I'm saying it, but it was really amazing. And not that nerdy is bad, but it was really amazing that to have that when you've never had it before. I just didn't know how important that was to me until I did have that. And being able to have conversations with people helped me grow. It's what I needed, and it's what I knew I needed and wanted. Finding out more about myself and about other people, how we all thought through these same things, and how we all looked at the same history and arrived at this conclusion. I think the University of Denver should be an incubator or a community conversation generator about Denver history and about how decisions we've made in Colorado and in Denver specifically have influenced our community. I think Denver needs a university like the University of Denver, given its history, given its values, given the type of community and population that goes to school there. I think we need a university like that to be at the forefront of thinkers for the future, thinkers who can take our history in Denver and in Colorado and use it to understand the world, use it to understand especially the United States, and how different decisions influence how our communities grow and thrive. My relationship with Denver is complicated, but ultimately a place that I am happy to call home because of what all my experiences have been. My experiences at the University of Denver being some of the most significant of my life,